Sing, all are welcome here. Lay your burdens down, all are welcome here. You're on hallowed ground, all are welcome here. We'll break our bread with you, all are welcome here. Help you find your truth, all are welcome here. All are welcome here. All are welcome here. All are welcome here. Oh, all are welcome here. All are welcome here. All are welcome here. All are welcome here.
Happy Easter, as well as happy Passover and all the secular festivities of Easter. It's all about rising in love, regenerating, re-enlivening. So good to have everybody here. If this happens to be your first time, welcome. And especially welcome to all our young adults here. So good to have you here. I'll say more later, but for now, just say I'm Reverend Jay. I'm the senior minister here. And also, we have amazing music today. So just sit back and enjoy that. We have readings. We have the message. So I hope everybody is here to be enlivened and awakened, because we are here to do that. Let's start with some opening song by Narayan and Janet. Let's welcome them.
Not yet, right? Yeah. Gosh, it's nice to see all you peeps. Whoa, okay. Are we ready? Oh, so Gloria in excelsis Deo, right? Right? Okay.
These are old words. In this now moment, we take them to mean celebrate the raising of our vibration to that of unconditional love. In that spirit, we're gonna practice just a little bit the two parts here, so you can sing with us. We'd love for you all to join with us. So they go like this: Gloria, Gloria. Let's join in. Gloria, Gloria. One more time. That's good.
Okay.
Let's go to the next part. There's another part. Here we go. That was great. This one goes. In excelsis Deo Gloria. Everybody. In excelsis Deo Gloria.
Okay, I
You're
think
on
we got it.
All right.
Okay, this
We're
is going to
ready.
be really cool.
Here we go.
Okay, here we go. Okay, Sean, let's rock.
All right.
I love those bunny ears.
excelsis Deo Gloria. In excelsis Deo Gloria. In excelsis Deo Gloria. In excelsis Deo Gloria.
It's Latino Gloria. As it should be.
In excelsis Deo Gloria. In excelsis Deo Gloria. In excelsis Deo Gloria. In excelsis Deo Gloria. Gloria. Pick apart.
Deo Gloria. Excelsis Deo Gloria. Excelsis Deo Gloria. Thank you for letting us spring that on you.
Beautiful, beautiful. Great way to start. Welcome to everybody who's here today. What a glorious celebration of Easter. Just an enlivening, an awakening, a rejuvenation, a renewal today. Let's just take a deep breath in. Let it go. So wonderful to have you here. We like to begin each service with our vision and mission statement, and I seem to have lost my clicker. Can you move that forward for me, please? There's the clicker. Thank you. Can't lose my clicker. So we begin by saying our vision together. We read, "We are an inclusive community for spiritual growth and compassionate action." And our mission, we are co-creating a world that works for everyone by living intentionally, loving unconditionally, and seeing God in all people and all faiths. A glorious affirmation for us today on this celebration. Once again, I welcome you if you happen to be here for the first time. It's a special celebration today, so thank you for joining it. I, again, want to welcome and explain to everybody else who all these people in the front row are. So they're part of the young adult movement of the Centers for Spiritual Living. Just like there is a teen camp, there's a young adult camp, and these wonderful people are the leaders of this movement, and they're planning. I think you spent the week planning for your next gen retreat. Next gen short for next generation, if you haven't figured that one out. But we have. And part of that is we already had some music planned, but I heard Jessie was going to be in the area. Jessie Powers, you'll hear her music later. She is the music director and co-lead of the next generation here. And we also have co-leads Christopher Grayson, and Sage Diamond. Oh, what? Confused me, Dad. Okay. The co-lead, Christopher Grayson, Sage Diamond. How about that? I'm in the other generation that gets confused easily, so keep it simple for me, okay? Harris Silcott, practitioner, and practitioner Jessica Moberg, who we're longtime friends from teen camp. Jaden Parsons, Stephanie Herrera. Is it Stephanie? Stephanie, okay. And Ethan Fuseler? Fuseler, Ethan Fuseler. Let's give them all a round of applause. So they're here to support Jesse, but also to be a part of this community today. So afterwards, please introduce yourself to them, find out where they're from. Oh, how did I forget? Are you on your own list? Oh. Of course, the only person, Audra Nichols, who is the director. Once again, I'm from that generation. Oh, scroll all the way down, right? So Audra is also, is Reverend Audra Nichols, and is part of another committee I'm on that offers scholarships to young adults to ministerial school. So it's great to have you here, Audra. Always good to see you. Sorry, too.
She's the boss lady.
I know. I know. I get in trouble that way, so. So just to let you know other things going on here. First of all, we are a joyous and inclusive community, and we enjoy getting together to just affirm each other and affirm Spirit's way in our lives to open up in a greater way. And one way we do that is our services and our classes, but also we have a big event coming up called the Sip and Savor. And this has evolved over time to where now it's the primary part of it is this Compassionate Heart Awards we do for 4 individuals, actually 3 individuals in our organization in case this year. So I hope you can be a part of this. The award ceremony will take place, it's from 3 to 6 and pretty much right away about 3:30, 3:45. So come early enough to see that. And then we have an auction and wonderful food this year. Imelda is cooking again. We're excited about that. And wine tasting and a silent and live auction. So the ways you can participate is to donate to the auction. There are forms out in the lobby for you to donate things, to invite wineries to donate or pour, to be an individual or corporate sponsor, to volunteer for the event. We still have openings for volunteers that we could use your help on. And mainly attend. Buy tickets, get your friends to buy tickets, and we will extend the early bird. It was supposed to be ended by now, but I haven't been on the form to change it. So early bird, today's the last day for the early bird tickets. We'll still have member discounts after that. So be a part of that. And it's a joyous Saturday. It looks like good weather we're going to have. So it'll be great. And then today is Rising in Love. We continue to affirm that. And we continue to, our practitioners and I, great pleasure and meaning out of praying for you. So if you have prayer requests for yourself or others, feel free to stay after this service to pray with a practitioner. There are forms in the lobby, there are forms online, and we continue to pray for those whom have requested. And we know with confidence that Spirit responds to this, and we know it within our heart that that's true. So thank you for being a part of that. And now we begin the sacred part of our service with more music, and followed by a series of readings. The first one is by Martha Martinez. Go ahead.
Let's do this.
Those bunny ears. This goes out to the Spirit. Get into alignment with the good stuff, with the love stuff. Get into alignment with the love stuff.
getting into alignment.
with the good stuff, the love
The
stuff.
love stuff.
Get into alignment.
Getting into alignment.
with the love stuff. Yeah, yeah.
Ready for a day of ease and flow. Stop to smell the flowers. Time to let go. Sharing happy moments in the street. You sing the melody, I will play the beat because we're getting into alignment. Getting into alignment.
With the good stuff, with the love stuff.
Love stuff.
Get into alignment.
And getting into alignment.
with the love stuff.
Cooperative components all along the way. Ready to rendezvous with those who are ready to play. I close my eyes, feel the breeze. Time slows down.
Narayan can't find his clicker. There it is. Pause and take a breath. Pause and take a breath. Pause and breathe and feel your toes in the sand.
Getting into alignment. We're getting into alignment.
With the good stuff,
Good stuff.
love
The love
stuff.
stuff.
Getting into alignment
And getting into alignment.
with the love stuff.
I'm gonna be your Coco Pele. I'm gonna be your muse. I'm gonna put a choice before you. You're gonna get to choose. What's
Be your Coco Belly.
I'll tell you where the magic lies. What's going on between your
Coco Belly. I'm
eyes?
gonna be your muse.
You're gonna get to choose.
Gonna be your muse.
You're gonna get to choose. You're gonna get to choose. To alignment.
Thank you. Oh, I invite you a little bit to close your eyes. Let us become aware of this presence of the infinite spirit that blesses, inspires, and wisely guides us all of us here at this moment and always. Let us realize the divine love at this moment, and that just as it is present in me, it is present in all of us here, all and every day, and whoever is yet to come. Let us pause for a moment to realize the gift of Easter Sunday, breathing in and breathing out. Let us realize that this wonderful moment is ours, and knowing that in this moment we pass, we open the door that guide us to the omnipresent light of the Spirit that shine brightly for all of us at this moment. Knowing that this message the Reverend Jay and his team bring us, and all the readings that we are about to do, is like a sound of a spirit movement, whispering to us like a winds of love and delighting us with these divine delicacies. I know that God is here, and this is the center of love, and this is with all of us. Knowing that this place is full of light and love is what we'll hear in this message and readings today. And so it is.
I thank you very much. And I'm going to read this quote from Richard Rohr, Franciscan priest and founder of the Center of Action of Contemplation. In thinking about letting go, we are really thinking about liberation, a kind of liberation theology. What is it that we need to liberate from? And what is that we need to liberate for? If we do not transform our pain, we will certainly transmit it. We can avoid pain as part of life. Healthy religion or on the practical levels tell us what to do with our pain because we will have pain. We are not trained in letting go of it, transforming it, turning crucifixion into resurrection, so to speak. We hand it off to our families, to our children, to our neighborhood, to our nations. Letting go help us fall into deeper and broader level at which we can always say yes. We are held by grabbing ourselves around our hurts, by over-identifying with and attaching ourselves to our fears so much that we then become our very identity. Any chosen a state of victimhood is an utter dead end. Once we make the narrative, it never stops gathering evidence about how you have been wronged by life, by others, and even by God. We are in heaven by letting go, and by trusting the surrendering to the deeper, broader, and better reality that is already available to us. Eventually, it feels like letting go is forgiving reality itself for being what it is. And so it is. Thank you.
Thank you, Martha. Oh, a beautiful reading today on this beautiful Easter morning, just reminding us that we are free, that we can be free if we so choose. It's interesting on this day of Easter that it's also the last day of Passover. It ends at sundown tonight. And all the secular parts of the Easter eggs and the bunnies and things like that, but really it's the same message. We can be renewed from within, and from that renewal, from that rising in love that is our theme today, we can rise to something greater than our experiences. That any pain or concerns or worries we have, that we can renew ourselves and find a new way of being, a new way of doing, a new way of understanding. Now, this day is a important day in most religions. Not all, but most religions. For some, it is a resurrection, a reminder of eternal life. For others, like in our own beliefs, it's more a reminder that we can be free, a liberation. Now, I am real clear that we honor all faiths here. So I'm not telling you one way is right and one way is wrong. And for many of you, you're probably somewhere in between, or you say yes to both, which is fine also. Because I know many conservative and many progressive Christians, many conservative Jews and progressive Jews. And I say the way that brings you closer to Spirit, the way that brings you closer to God and your relationship, a personal relationship, is the way that works for you, is the best way for you. Now here at the Center for Spiritual Living, one of our core beliefs is that it's this idea of liberation, that we are rising in love and Georgia, something is still about this clicker. I don't know. Is the little thing plugged in there? Can you check the little? Everything's plugged in. All right, I'm just going to have to key. Oh, there it goes. Okay, we are rising in love. Maybe it needed to be spiritually awakened here. So, but the idea we're rising in love to be free to be, just as we are in this moment of, and the only way we can be that, we're not going to find our freedom outside of ourselves. We're going to find it within. And then from this place of rising in love, we can share that and be that in the world. It doesn't mean we're not going to have challenges. I love Richard Rohr's he's a progressive Christian, and he says that healthy religions on the practical level, this is what Martha read you, tells us what to do with our pain because we will have pain. And if we're not trained in letting it go, transforming it, and turning a crucifixion into a resurrection, using those Easter terms that we are resurrected, we can let it go, we can live free of these ways. Now, what's interesting about this idea of liberation, we are not alone in this movement of a theology of liberation, if you want to call it. So obviously, communities like New Thought, like Unity, Centers for Spiritual Living, Independent Religious Science, Science of Mind, but also Unitarian Universalist, many of the traditional black churches, including Progressive Pentecostal. Did you know there were Progressive Pentecostal churches? Bishop Yvette Flunder, the late Carlton Pearson, progressive Jews and Christians like Richard Rohr I mentioned, many of the faiths that are in the Interfaith Council that I facilitate, Napa Methodist, First Lutheran on Elm, Congregation Beth Shalom, and other Unitarian Universalists I already mentioned, Crosswalk Community Church, that they believe in this idea of liberation more than salvation. This week, my son Brendan was in town. See if they... Oh, there we go. And his wife Maddie. And they were a friend of theirs is a professional singer and was singing at Grace Episcopal Church in San Francisco, beautiful church. And they were very blessed and grateful that while they were there, the guest speaker was, come on. There. So it's Marianne Edgar Buddy, who is the Washington National Cathedral and Catholic schools, oversees all that. A few months ago, she was criticized for being oppositional to the current administration. But in truth, the message she said about having mercy for people is the same message she's given the 5 presidents she's worked with, that she's given. And it's the message that is the message of liberation faith communities. It's that we all belong. We all can find a direct link to spirit within ourselves in a contemplative way. Many of the liberation churches are contemplative. And it actually includes also faith communities and other kinds of communities that are not even, where Easter is not a big deal, including earth-based and indigenous faiths, Sufism and Baha'i, which are progressive-based in the Muslim traditions, Buddhism, Hindu, Taoist, Confucianism, and many others. And what we share is what Richard Rohr says: we are in heaven by falling, and letting go and trusting to surrender to a deeper, broader reality that is available to us in a way of forgiving and a way of understanding, a way of connecting to something bigger than we are. Now, it is Easter, so we have different accounts of the Bible that sometimes we want to talk about. And I'm always cautious about a little translation of the Bible. The Gospels were not written until 40 years after the death of Jesus. the first one, which, by the way, the first one, Mark did not even include a birth story or a resurrection story. So the first story of that kind was not till 70 years after his birth. And so it's basically hearsay based on different accounts. And so there are many interpretations of the Bible, and I, once again, don't want to say that one is wrong, but I know one is right with me, that aligns with the spirit I understand, that I experience within, and the churches that are considered the theology of liberation, which they resonate with as well. We know from the Old Testament that there was a way of that Moses and Abraham, that they sacrificed animals in order to gain favor with God, in order to bond in a covenant with God, a covenant of being loyal and steadfast and following certain commandments. There began in the 2nd century BC some communities who were called the Essenes. And the Essenes developed new ways of doing that. They didn't believe in animal sacrifice anymore. They believed in personal rituals that brought them closer to spirit, that they did not need to have an animal sacrifice or any kind. And they would develop rituals that they would work in the morning till the early afternoon, and then they would do a ceremonial ritual bathing to cleanse themselves as a way to prepare themselves sacredly for their spiritual practice during the day. They would eat together. They after their bathing, they would break bread together, which would break the fast. The breakfast, they would break the fast, they would drink wine, and ceremonies, they would celebrate what they perceived as the life of bread, that this bread was considered life itself, because there were no Trader Joe's there. Bread was the only consistent thing they had as their meals. So they needed to have the wheat and the flour and the leaven to eat of the life, and they were grateful for it. As they had it, they held it, and then they broke the bread together to celebrate and be grateful for the life that is given to them. So Jesus, what we know about Jesus, at age 12 went to the temples. They were amazed at what he knew. That's because he'd already had training. His mother of Jesus and his brother James, probably was a teacher herself of wisdom. Couldn't do it publicly because women weren't allowed to teach at that time. She was probably part of the wisdom teachings of the Essene. And at 12 or 13, he's not heard of until he's 30. Where was he? Studying somewhere, learning somewhere, probably in the Essene communities, probably where every day he did what they did, which was had these worked in the morning, had the ritualistic baths, they broke bread, they had wine together, and the wine represented the blood of the new covenant they talked about. What Jesus taught about the new covenant was not one about being condemned or wrong or sent to hell because you didn't follow it. It's about loving each other, and loving Yahweh, God, Great Spirit, whatever you want to call this upper supreme being, with all your heart, all your soul, all your mind, and all your strength. All of you, all aspects of you, this love. And this is the new covenant. So when Jesus began preaching, guess what he talked about? He talked about these teachings, about the new covenant. And according to the story in the Bible, he only taught for 3 years. And, the Jews were really looking for a Messiah, but not him, not that kind of Messiah. They wanted one that would overthrow the Romans and give them independence. And they were very disappointed because that wasn't the Messiah they were looking for. And so they didn't put up a lot of resistance when the Romans wanted to kill him, because he was becoming too popular. He was starting a movement, and the Romans didn't want that. So he met with his disciples, realizing he was going to be arrested and maybe even put to death. And he was concerned because these teachings were so valuable to him. And his disciples were sometimes not very smart and didn't really understand metaphors, but they remembered stories. And they did have to eat every day. They enjoyed their bread and their wine. So he said, when they sat down to eat that night, he said, take this bread. This represents the life that I've given to you, that I've served in for you, that I've taught you. Remember my words. Remember what I said. Please. And he broke the bread, said, I break this bread for you to remember me. So that every day when you sit down to eat your bread, this life that is spirit itself, you will remember me. And then he took the wine that was at the table and he said, this wine is the blood of the new covenant. A lot of people interpret, say, he said, my blood is poured out for you. But he said the blood of the covenant is poured out for you. This is the covenant to love each other and to love Spirit with all your heart, soul, mind, and body, all of you. Take and drink. Remember me. Remember the covenant. He never said, according to the Bible, that he died for our sins. Paul said it a lot after that. Repeatedly. But Jesus never said that. Now, like I said, if you or anybody else wants to interpret that way, that's fine. I am not a person who can say that I'm right and nobody else is. Plus, we honor all faiths. I know it to be a valid path. So I honor that. And like I said, many of us can be right in between things in this way. I will say I tried that path for a while. In my early 20s, I was a mess. Nothing was working in my life, career, relationships, anything. And I thought maybe if I was saved, that might help me. So I was literally baptized in a river in Texas. I mean, a full river, full immersion, full yes, you know? And guess what? I was still the same person after that. I still had to figure out what was going on in my life. It did not save me from myself. And ironically, I did have a spiritual experience of recognizing the Spirit in me that was strong and vital and alive. And it wasn't because of this ceremony. It wasn't because of this minister. And ironically, the minister who baptized me later was arrested for financial mismanagement. So evidently it didn't work for him either. But I'm also being a little judgmental because I know this path works for a lot of people, including people I'm related to, that they are so loving of their children, of their family, and I know that path works, but you have to work it. It's not like you can be saved one time and it's done. You got to continue to be open to Spirit and how it moves in your life, and that is the pathway of liberation as well. That we open up to this greater truth. When we gathered Thursday evening we broke the bread together, and in a Holy Communion we had here, it was just delightful. And I think we continue to, on a daily basis, like the Essenes, have daily rituals that awaken Spirit within us, that we remember who we are, that we rise in love in this way. And as we continue this service, we have Dale. I don't have the order of service here. Are you the next reader, or do we have music next? And it's Monica. Music and then Monica. Okay, music and then Monica.
We love you guys so much. I just wanted to say that. This is a little high, but... Love breathes through me. Love breathes through me. Love is the only one who breathes. breathe the earth, the sun, the sky, and in the night your starry eyes, in your breath creation sighs.
The breath that draws my gaze within and gently flows outside again. The breath of love that we live in.
Love breathes through me. Love breathes through me. Love breathes through everyone and breathes through me. And when the world's too much for me and all my fears are relieved, I feel peace in air I breathe.
The temple bells, the oceans roar, our spirits with each other soar. The God of love comes back for more.
I am divine, I know it. Ooh, I am pure love, I know. Because God breathes love into me.
We are of love's creation. Our breath is love's elation. Love is all that we can be.
Love breathes through me. Love breathes through me. Love breathes through everyone and breathes through me. Love breathes through me. Love breathes through me. Love breathes through everyone and breathes.
That's breathe. That's the big deal. Breathe. Bring that love in. So this quote is from Amira by Starr, a mystic teacher and author. The heavens to which Jesus points is the spaciousness within ourselves, one that makes room for those who threaten us, for those who are different, even those who have betrayed us. And from the late progressive Pentecostal minister Carlton Pearson, resurrection consciousness is a true experience of spiritual awakening. Freedom is our birthright, and being born again is a spiritual awakening to our personal truth, experience, and expression.
And now, Jesse Powers.
Oh man, I had flat shoes on and then I put high heels on. Hold on. Here we go. Rising up in love. Well, good morning. I am so excited to be here with all of my next gen friends. Yes, we have been spending the weekend planning a retreat to make sure that this teaching and philosophy lives on in the next generation. We're talking about resurrection today, and I wrote this song during a time of resurrection. So this is just about waking up in the morning and declaring it's a beautiful day. even if you don't know what the heck you're doing, because everything seems so different and new, and you're like, what is this life? This wasn't what I was doing before. So you have a part, and it goes like this. Everybody get up. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Can you sing that? Everybody get up. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Good job. Okay, now you have one more part. I know it's kind of early, but you're all very alive. So, on the count of 3, I want you to deliver your most satisfying and maybe I'll say primal. Huh. Yeah, so we'll practice. Ready? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Yes, that was amazing. Thank you. All right, here we go. I wake up early to the morning sun. I don't know how it does it every day. Yes, dance. It rises up and then it falls again. Born only to die away. Look in the mirror and I see myself. I don't know how I do it every day. Standing on this big blue rock, not knowing what I'm doing here. Still believing there's a reason, keep on keeping on my way. Each time I open my eyes, that's when I get to decide how I am gonna show up and show out in this life. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Everybody get up. That was amazing. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Thank you for following instructions. Everybody get up. Oh, it's a beautiful day. 2 more times. Everybody get up. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Everybody get up. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Look at the clock, it's running day and night. Got no control in those little clock hands. A little soldier just marching through time. I'm so glad I am not a clock, I am alive and I can choose to dance. Each time I open my eyes, that's when I get to decide how I am gonna show up and show out in this life. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Everybody get up. Oh, it's a beautiful. I get so excited when that happens. Everybody get up. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Everybody get up. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Everybody get up. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Oh, get up, get up, get up, and be grateful. I'm up, I'm up, I'm up, and I'm thankful. Get up, oh, get up, get up, and be grateful. I'm up, and I'm ready to play. Yeah. Everybody, get up, yeah, 'cause it's a beautiful day. Everybody get up, oh, 'cause it's a beautiful day. Yeah, yeah. Everybody get up, oh, 'cause it's a beautiful day. Everybody get up, oh, 'cause it's a beautiful day. Thank you for doing that with me. That was so fun.
Wow. Is Powers your given name, or you just... Okay. Because it's well earned. I was just curious. Oh, so it's great to have everybody up and dancing. And let me hear that again, that 1, 2, 3. I love it. I just wanted to hear it from here. That's great. Oh, so the next, there's a couple more things that I wanted to say today, and then we'll have another reading. But one thing that is often forgotten in the story of the Bible is the power of women, and particularly Mary Magdalene. She is this amazing powerhouse. As a matter of fact, her name, Magdalene, it's thought that usually Jesus Nazareth, or that's where they're from. But Magdalene, the Magdan, was not really a community at that time. So it really couldn't have been where she was from, and it's more of the symbolic name of later why that town was named after that, is it means power and tower, and just this powerful person that she was. She was probably a teacher in her own right. We know that Jesus had female disciples, had followers that were both male and female, and probably she was one of them, and later she continued the teachings that Jesus talked about. She also was, what's interesting, was willing to stand in the fire, so to speak. She was an observer of the crucifixion, which must have been very, very difficult to watch. She was also one of 3 or 4 women that gathered at his tomb. Jesus, according to the story, was taken off the cross before the Sabbath, and nobody could do anything with the body at that time to prepare it for burial because it was during the Sabbath, and they were very devout in that, didn't do any work during that. So it was the Monday after, or I guess it was the Sunday, since Sabbath is on Saturday for Jews. They went to the tomb, and with the oils to prepare the body for burial, and the tomb had been rolled away, and there was no body there. And she was the witness to that. And she went in, and she didn't say anything, and she went to go tell the other disciples, Jesus is gone. And they came and go, oh yeah, he's gone. Okay, all right, thanks for showing us. And then they left. She stayed vigilant for that. She wanted to understand, because her practice was contemplative. She wanted to know what this meant. So she stayed in meditation and prayer and allowed Spirit to reveal in her. And suddenly somebody came up behind her and said, woman, why do you weep? And she turned around and didn't recognize him and thought maybe he was a gardener or something, and said, if you know where his body is, tell me. I would like you to give it to me. And then he said, Mary. And she realized it was Jesus. Not because of how he looked, his appearance had changed, but because of his voice, which was the voice of truth, that she recognized. And so she was this witness to his resurrection. I don't doubt that resurrection can happen. I know life is eternal. I don't know if it's in body form. That's what I wonder about sometimes. But I don't know. It doesn't matter. I believe in eternal life. I believe that we all have eternal life. That's one of the key phrases of theology of liberation, that we're all free, and that when we leave this body, we will all have eternal life. That it's not about any kind of sacrifice or anything like that. So in this story, in my mind, also the metaphysical interpretation, she represents the divine feminine, that is contemplative, that is receiving. Does that mean don't confuse that with feminine, because men and women can all have this divine feminine that is receiving and contemplative. And we can also have the divine masculine, which is expressive in that way. And she was known as the apostle to the apostles, this teacher, and that she opened up to something greater, but it had to open up in her and allow this truth. So we know that as we rise in love, if we're willing to allow a deeper sense of ourselves, a deeper sense of Spirit within us, it can reveal anything in us that we seek. Just as we talked about this idea that Richard Rohr talked about, the pain that we can all experience at different times. But if we allow Spirit to find the healing that we find within ourselves, the Spirit that's healing and forgiving and opening and wise and true and guides us, that we can each resurrect on a daily basis. We can get up and declare the good morning, and even if it doesn't feel that way, it can reveal itself. I know I had a difficult time. A relative of mine had a fall yesterday, and I was quite concerned about her, and I was with her, and yet I knew Spirit was with both of us at that time. It wasn't I was worried for her. I was worried, that yes, and Spirit was this peace inside of me. And I know that continues to be the truth of who we are, that allows us, that Mirabai Starr talked about the spaciousness, the space we can find within ourselves that we can allow healing and forgiving to happen. And this is, Mary Magdalene demonstrated this as the divine feminine, and it's demonstrated to us in our faith in that we can allow greater things to come forth. And I'm so grateful for this. And now I invite Dale up for the next reading.
The following quote is from Valerie Carr, author of See No Stranger and a Manifesto of Revolutionary Love. The world needs our love. The only social, political, and moral force that can dismantle injustice to remake the world around us and within us. Revolutionary love is a wellspring of care, an awakening to the inherent dignity and beauty of others and the earth, a quieting of the ego, a way of moving through the world in relationship, reminding ourselves to ask, who have I not yet loved? Love calls to us to look upon the faces of those different from us as brothers and sisters, a part of us that we do not yet know.
Thank you, Dale. And for those of you who don't know about this idea of rising in love as evolutionary, and we have been studying for the past, couple of years, we've had study groups studying Valerie Carr's work that is this revolutionary love that I believe is evolutionary. It creates a e-love-evolutionary, if you want to talk about that rises us from mundane life into something, a greater experience of love, but we need to rise in the love. We need to rise in the truth. We need to rise in this creativeness to see each other as fellow beings, as fellow humans, and that the Spirit within us is there. And it may be hidden, it may be covered, but just like the butterfly that goes into a chrysalis that comes out and in this evolutionary way, the wellspring of awakening that Valerie Carr talks about. And I love, and I live by this now that I've got to know her work as I come with people who I might be challenged with, or I might be judging them for some odd reason. I don't even know why. I simply say, you are a part of me that I do not yet know. And maybe I don't get the chance to know you, but I leave that in the question. I know you're a part of me. And if I get the chance, I'm going to be curious and ask questions and seek to understand rather than to be understood. And this is the love that opens us up, that is the contemplative way, that we know who we are and what brings us alive in this way. Valerie Carr also said this quote about the most powerful response to the horror in Israel and Palestine is to refuse to surrender our humanity. So for me, this quote is the most powerful response to fill in the blank. Whatever it is this horror, this concern, this devastation that we're concerned about. Our response is to refuse to surrender our humanity. I always think of it as being like our divinity we have to rise up into, but that's almost bypassing what is the truth. We need to feel this horror. Because it's from our humanness that we recognize empathy, we recognize love for other people, that there is this way where we can stay connected even in life that can be painful, life that can be distracting. Life, see, distractions right there. Thank you, Jessica. That was right on too. Thank you. It is, and to come back into center like Mary Magdalene did. Come back to allowing a rising of love, but don't let it stay inside, to share it, to bring it out, to love others. And maybe we don't know them. Not yet. But we find a way to remember our humanity, to rise in this love. Ernest Holmes says, this is the secret of the ages, the wisdom that wise ones found within, that everybody has a perfect pattern, everybody has an unseen substance, that we are a complete likeness in the life and mind of God, and our likeness in the unseen cannot die or be destroyed. This is the message that causes us to awaken and listen, to awaken and be this love in the world, to awaken and allow this rising to happen. This is the message of Easter today. And I want to invite Jesse back up to round this off.
Oh, no. Okay, there we go. All right. This song is going to be played in a second. Hold on. This is not. Okay, there we go. All right, this song is it's about letting the light of God or spirit or whatever you want to call it shine through in every moment, every day. Let the light come through. Like a door wide open. Let it all be new. All that once was broken. Let the light come through. Like a hearth in winter. Let it fill the room. Ever warm and tender. It lives in me, it lives in you. So let the light come through. Let the light come through. Like a sacred morning, all hope renewed. See the world transforming, illuminate the places in the dark, and let your life be like a blazing star. Remember that let the light come through. Let the light come through. There's no need for hiding. It was always you. Ever golden shining, illuminate the places in the dark, and let your life be like a blazing star. Remember that the light is where you are. It lives in me, it lives in you. It lives in me, it lives in you. It lives in me, it lives in you. So let the light come through.
There's some songs I have trouble getting back up here and saying something. Jesse, thank you for being here today. That's just beautiful. And thank you, everybody, for joining us today. This is a time in our service we invite you to be part of the law of circulation. If I could have the ushers come forward. We know that that which we are giving always comes back to us, especially as you support our vision and mission. That is not only your own prosperity, but the prosperity of the center that allows us continue to do events and services and classes. So thank you for being a part of this. What I'd like you to do is take your, there are several ways to donate today, whether you've done it in the past, today, or in the future. And you can take your hand and put it over your heart to represent that which you've given in the past and the future, and say with this affirmation with me: divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I circulate, and so it is.
I just wanna thank you for all you bring to me. I just wanna thank you. Your love has set me free. I just wanna thank you for all you bring to me. I just wanna thank you. Your love has set me free. I just wanna thank you for all you bring to me. I just wanna thank you. Your love has set me free. Set me free. Thank you. 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 Just wanna thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Your
So we want to acknowledge anybody who might be here for the first time or the first time in a while, especially those online. We welcome you into our community. And we have so many. Just raise your hand if you're here for the first time. That's great. We welcome you. There will be packets out in that you can come to the, oh, you have packets here? Okay, well, so the couple of people here and this whole row here, we have a blessing for people who are here for the first time, either online or here in the community. We raise our hands and we say, we bless you today, knowing that the peace and happiness you seek is also seeking you. We honor your inner radiance as you let your light shine in the world. We are grateful for your presence in our community. And so it is. We also want to, I don't think we have anybody in the children's program today, but there are some children in our audience today. So we want to bless you by raising our hands. And also there is an Easter egg hunt afterwards. We could start with people under, 12 or something like that and move up from there, I guess. So anyway, we raise our hands and we say, we love you, we care about you, and we're here for you. And I want to do that for our young adults too. So let's raise our hands to our young adults. We love you, we care about you, and we're here for you. And so it is. And now if our practitioners could come up and stand up here, please know that we are here in prayer for all of you. And if you want to stay for a brief affirmative prayer with them, just stay in the sanctuary, and we're all going to move outside, the rest of us, for coffee and snacks and your burger. And thank you. And Jesse Powers has a merch table out there with CDs and really cool shirts. Some really cool things out there. So take a look at right there. They're being modeled by people here. So I didn't know you hired models today. So come out and see that and just enjoy this community. And now for our closing song.
Let my feelings rise, whoa. Let my feelings rise, whoa. Let my feelings rise, whoa. From my heart. Let my feelings rise, whoa. Let my feelings rise, whoa. Let my feelings rise, whoa, from my heart. Knowing who I am, whoa, knowing who I am, whoa, knowing who I am, whoa, in my heart. Let my feelings rise, whoa. Let my feelings rise, whoa. Let my feelings rise, whoa, from my heart. Knowing who I am, whoa. Knowing who I am, whoa. Knowing who I am, whoa, in my heart. Let my feelings rise, whoa. Let my feelings rise, whoa. Let my feelings rise, let my feelings rise. Whoa, let my feelings rise. Whoa, in my heart.
Oh, let my feelings rise.
Let my feelings rise.
Oh, let my feelings rise. Oh, happy Easter, everyone.
Feelings, our love rise on this Easter day. And so it is. Thank you, everybody.